Wanted to do this. I won't. Thanks, Monica, and thank you for recording. Um, there. Okay, I wanted to do this because I wanted to. ESB, I found ESB SOP is actually the creative energy of the universe. I at one point said ESB is kind of a creative energy, and Gary looked at me and went, "Kinda," and I was like, yeah, kinda, and he's like, no, dum. He was like, "What is it really?" And I looked and I was like, "Holy shit, it is an access to what is creation itself." Now, that can sound very significant. I hope you know I don't mean it in very significant, but it is an acknowledgement of the gift that is within our hands and accessible by our being. And I wanted to do this for you guys because things have changed so much, as a lot of you may have recognized. And this is one of the greatest ways I know of taking a large group of people to a doorway in a different universe. And so here we go, kids. The other thing I'm doing is I'm going to ask our peeps to gift you all yesterday's call with the 14 billion group. That was off the charts. And if it's not in your language, I apologize. Hopefully it will be. We have a lot of languages. But it was phenomenal. What is available as space now that has never existed before? So you've been living in this world and basically you've had to have this world, this reality, if you will, present in every choice, meaning if you were going to create something, it was like, okay, what do I need to overcome to create? What do I need to overcome to choose? What do I need to overcome to change? The time for needing to overcome in order to choose, change, and create is now gone. Consider this your operating system update for current time or current space. And if you look at operating system, the first operating systems used to be text-based. You would only see text in your computer and you had to know the command to get your computer to do something. And then they upgraded it to a graphic user interface where you could click on things rather than have to know the text code. Well, basically that is what is going on now. Oh, thank you, Cheryl. Okay, so, and like I said, ESB is the greatest way I know of ESB and SOP, I should say. They're not different from my point of view. Same universe, but it's the way of going from A to beyond Z instantaneously. The question then becomes, how much instantaneous transformation are you willing to have, and how many old reference points of you being less than, of the way things work, of the way things are, of the way things have to be that they are not, are you holding on to that you can now destroy? whether you know it or not, you have an entire operating system, actually multiple operating systems installed, which are actually operating structures installed. And we truly have the capacity to go from structure to system, where it's movable, changeable in every moment. But you have had so many operating structures that you believe must be maintained, but they're maintained with your energy. They believe must be maintained, but you have to put in your blood, sweat, and tears into maintaining them. And they determine every aspect of what can and cannot be and what can and cannot be chosen. Now I'm going to shut up for a little bit. Notice where your box is, my beautiful friends. And of necessity, in order to maintain those, you cannot see them, you believe you are them. Now is the time to see and be aware of what it is you are not, and what it is you have been pretending is true as you and for you, that is not. Maybe one of the toughest times in your existence as this comes to the surface, if you're willing to allow it to. But beyond it, there is true magic. And it's a necessary step that a lot of you have been avoiding, which is why some of you have been having your old shit come up and your old pain and suffering emerge. It's because of what you believe you are that you are not, that is coming up to be seen for what it is that is not you. So you have the choice to be you. Being is now knocking on the fucking door, demanding to be released, demanding to be unleashed into and onto the world. Now is the space of being. now is the space, my beautiful friends. It is the space for question to finally set you free. Questions like, what am I being that I'm not acknowledging? What can I be that would change this? What am I that would change this that I'm not acknowledging? For everything from body to money to happiness to tiredness to relationship. It's time to finally be able to rely upon your being, my beautiful friends. This has never occurred before. And so, in a sense, you don't know what it is. You don't know what it is from the perspective of what you thought you knew before that is actually conclusion. This must be explored. Let the exploration begin. The exploration of being. The exploration of the spaces of being. The space is accessible by and through and as being. The being that can have and create and generate and actualize everything, 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 everything it chooses and is willing to be. Now is the space. Dear Earth, now is the space. We let you in and around and through. We no longer hide. We no longer separate. We no longer maintain our distance from everything you are and everything we are together, both with each other and with you, and as part of the universality of consciousness and oneness that is bringing the accretion of consciousness to Earth and the universe. There's a reason the universe is expanding at faster than the speed of light, in fact, far faster than the speed of light. Because now is the space. The space is now. Please recognize everywhere you're pretending to be this reality as though that is what you be. It's going to get a little painful, perhaps. Or the other possibility for most of you is that you will be able to see it for what it is and shrug it off as you become aware that it is not what you be. Please get the structural cohesion algorithmic tonality processing loop that I have if you haven't, and run it like Forrest fucking Gump. You have been thinking that you be this reality's structures, as though those are your very being, as though oneness is structural cohesion, and as an allowance for the weirdo called you, the algorithmic tonalities and anomalies, which is where you're still in the structural cohesion. You're still in the algorithm. You're just doing a different algorithm, which is what I see most people choosing rather than truly being free. They're doing algorithmic anomalies, algorithmic tonalities. A digitization of their entire world and the attempt to digitize their being to become the rightly digitized being that one should, of course, be here. Now is the space, my beautiful friends. And when you notice yourself wanting to go back and do that thing that you have given up needing to do to destroy you, when you notice yourself wanting to go back and go into that relationship again, or pick up the bottle of alcohol again, or destroy your finances again, or whatever it happens to be, put on that algorithmic tonality structural cohesion loop, because it's where you are not stepping into and expanding into the space of being. The coupon code should have been emailed to you or in your Kajabi. By the way, since you brought up the dive-in loops, which is the monthly processing loops, they're going up to $29 on November 1st or October 31st. So I would highly suggest, getting in now if you're interested in it. Having technical issues here called power. Thank you. So when you notice if so even that moment was like a momentary dive into the linear algorithmic world here. If you, in the past couple minutes or moments, have come up against something, an energy, for some of you, perhaps an energy that is, in essence, your nemesis, your personal kryptonite, or one of them, or some version. Let's not run away. Let us be. Like I say about SOP, when you get to a wall or barrier, an energy that's new that you don't know what to do with, lower your walls and barriers and be. And be. No lie can maintain itself indefinitely. Which is why the pandemic is going to die off. But if you are no longer connected to and feeding the matrix, wow, whoa, wow, you become like a little Neo. See, there was a difference in that in the matrix. He could see the matrix as separate from himself. The difficulty with you is you feel the matrix, you think the matrix. Therefore, you believe you are the matrix. And my sense is if you didn't anymore, watch the fuck out matrix. Now is the space. The space is now. The space is now. Yeah, thought you had to be connected to the matrix to change it. Yep. How many of you have bought that lie? Not even lie, but that is one of the biggest implanted VVR points of view that has ever existed. That you must remain connected to it to change it. Thank you, Frederic, for that one. Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyond. You are welcome. Mm-hmm. Wow. I now realize that when I've been asking you to be, for most people, it is, oh, be more perfect in the matrix? Okay. Oh, I am more right. You bought that you had bitten off more than you can chew. It's only if you believe you're part of the matrix, because you can't chew that fucker. It's tough to chew a bunch of machines that taste like shit, especially indefinitely. Trying to chew the matrix would be like trying to chew on your computer right now and have just as much effect. The session will not necessarily make your life perfect. Sorry. But it will give you the choice to create a life and living that is beyond perfect. What is beyond perfect? Ease, joy, and glory. Now is the space for all of life to come to us with and as ease, joy, and glory. Now is the space is now. Now is the space is now. Now is the space, now is the space, now is the space is now. Mm. Now is the space. 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 The space is. What are you capable of being that you never imagined and always dreamed of? What are you capable of doing that you never imagined and always dreamed of? What are you capable of creating that you never imagined and always dreamed of? What beyond this reality, space, which supersedes reality, is possible now to be? But beyond this reality space that supersedes reality, is possible to be for you and the invitation to and creation of we. Please choose to stop holding reality in existence. Please. Please choose to stop holding the thing that you called you, believing that was literally part of the matrix. Please. You still have choice, my beautiful friends. In fact, you may actually begin to have choice. The space of true choice begins. The space of true choice. The space the space. You be and do things without having a why. No why is matching nor necessary. Now is the space, my beautiful friends. Now is the space. The space is now. Whew. Okay. You're welcome to open your eyes if you want to. And yes, time for a bigger fucking demand. And also in that, if you have that sense of a bigger demand, ask for the space of that. Because we tend to believe that making a big demand is the way to make a big demand and a big change. But with, yeah, thank you, Melanie, a potency of space. See, what the beauty of this is the potency that is space, which is wow. Thank you for the thank yous. Thank you for being. Yeah. And yes, ESB starts tomorrow. Who the fuck are we kidding? ESB started days ago. But I arrived in Europe yesterday. For those of you in Europe, just acknowledging if you were aware of something. When you're being the space, when you're being, which is being the space of you, and look from this reality, space has no value. Space is avoiding, you avoid it, number one, or when you have a sense of it, you go to sleep because you're like, oh my God, I'm tired. It has so, and it is seen as total lack of potency if you just have space. Because you go, oh, I just have space. Well, I just have space. What do I do with this? How can I create with this? Now is the space, because one of the things you as an infinite being have is infinite space. Have and are infinite space. Yes, and invite this into your body also, please. Okay. You as a being have and are infinite space. So with the space of being available, you're getting to be the space of being that has never been available. And you'll notice it like after an ESB or SOP session, a lot of times where you're like, oh my God, that energy where everything feels like it has this sense of being right with the world, that's the space of your being. And I just realized when I said that, I've been here doing this for 21 fucking years. And it would open up for someone for a moment and they'd be like, oh no, doesn't match the matrix. Oh no, I've got to stay connected to the matrix. Oh, I can't go all the way there. Okay. And they would let a little bit of that change into their lives. Well, after hundreds of thousands of sessions and ESCs, and then when SOPs started and you guys started doing this around the world in your way, using the trickles that were available from this awareness of this ESB SOP universe, accessing you, well, guess what? This is like the slow drip fucking system that actually has not been very slow, given that ESB came to this world, this planet 21 years ago. And I'm not making ESB the source. I hope you get that. But it is what it is. And I've been pretending it wasn't what it is for a very long fucking time. And I'm over that. It basically is the magic the earth requires, okay? As are you, as is consciousness, but it's an access to that, which also sounds significant. I don't mean it that way. I'm just trying to acknowledge, boom, motherfucker, is what I'm trying to acknowledge. Okay, so what that did was, over time, millions of sessions having gone on around the world, and you guys doing sessions all around the world, the space for being is finally here with a body. Dude, I don't know that I can even begin to convey this. I'm hoping You get the sense and the energy of it? And don't solidify it, make it significant. That's this reality. See, our reality of space is that's fucking awesome. What else? Total presence, total gratitude. That is fucking awesome. What else? That is so fucking cool. What else? Okay. What else? This is just a dynamically beautiful beginning. Guess what, kids? All of you who've been in the introduction to the Encyclopedia of Consciousness are now in the actual book itself. Good job. Yay! Woo! Yay, you, yay. I love this. I didn't know how to be in my body until the space showed up. Cool. Okay, so, wow. And the beauty of this is it's relaxing, but it's like, it's not relaxing like, oh, I must go to sleep now, I'm so tired. It's relaxation into the potency, the ease, joy, and glory, which, by the way, is the entire target of Access Consciousness, if I have not mentioned that yet before. To have all of life come to you with ease and joy and glory, including every request that you truly desire, come to you with ease and joy and glory. What? Oh. Cool. And yeah, being made wrong as a child for being spacious. Anybody else have that? Where if you had space within the next hour to 6 hours, there would be some major drama created by anybody in the family. Anybody. They all knew their job. It was to make sure you never had space. Oh, how many of the people in your life was their job to make sure you never had space? Guess what? It didn't work. You're here right now. You made it. Okay? You made it through every trial and tribulation. You made it through every insane attempt to diminish your being. And yeah, you pretended that it worked. Of course, it was easier that way. If you pretend that it works, then they stop trying to make you small if you're already acting small. That was smart, by the way. That was not stupid. Yay. First time I can breathe without an intense energy in my chest. I've had vertigo on and off for 10 days. Am I reorganizing my being? Yes. And this being embodied thing also is having an effect on that. And it's interesting because Gary was having vertigo. And it was like, oh, reset on how you be with your body. I'm amazed by all these wonderful people too. I adore you guys. I really do. Yep, that would be white nausea. Everybody started calling and texting when the ESV started. Exactly. Don't do it. Oh, hello, hearts. Oh. Cool. Wish I could say something about insomnia. Adore you too. Thank you. Okay, kids, I think that's it. Let me just see. Not quite. Thank you. We will have a wonderful ESB, and I adore you too. Raising the roof, apparently. So for anything you desire, ask to be that. What do you see, CMMP, can I be, or can my body not be to be this? Or what can I be that would allow this? that would actualize this, allow it to show up with ease, whatever. What can I be that would allow me to actualize all of life comes to me as ease, joy, and glory? And what if you actually chose to be ease, joy, and glory? Even if you have no idea what the fuck that would be like. What if you chose to be it? You know, that wonderful thing of saying it in the hopes that it will somehow smack you in the face when you least expect it, if you get the right perfect formula for choosing everything. Oh, by the way, all of that is this reality. All of that is the matrix, just so you know. You're ever looking for a perfect formula or looking outside of you rather than looking for what you can be, that is the matrix itself. That is what is telling you to do that. That is what is telling you that what you seek is outside of you. The only reason it seems outside of you is because you have been buying that the matrix is you. And so anything that has ease, joy, and glory is outside of you. Everything that is right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Grateful for you too, Sylvia. Can you choose ease to be easy? Nah, you can't. You're not capable. Oh, thank you guys. You know, one of the things I've been, one of the things that might be helpful for you is to get the sense of the magic you be, not the thought as much as the sense, with your body and your energy. I know no one wants us to end. I don't either. And this is just such a new beginning. Oh my goodness. And please listen more times than just this, because it will meet you where you are every single time. Just when I thought we were ending this session. Session may actually never end. Would you be up for that? Indefinitely. Yeah, thank you. Getting the sense of the magic. Magic is what you are. But we even calling it magic is a way of, it's closer than some other things, but even calling it that is a way of creating it separate from you that must have steps gone through to access? What if it didn't? What if you could be magic, miracles, mysteries, possibilities, energy, space, consciousness, and total choice? Exactly. The real ESCCMMP is in the space, and we be. Yep, to not have it end being us. Exactly that. What if nothing any longer had to be done the way this reality says? Okay, kids, I'm doing that thing of trying to take you way too far in a moment. I'm done doing that. Just because I can go further doesn't mean I can make everybody go further. At least I'm finally recognizing it, even if a little bit late. I love that. Reminds me of Picasso saying it took 4 years to learn to paint like Renoir and a lifetime to paint like a child. Tapping into the magic we be, not what we think steps to magic are. We already be it. Yep, exactly. Wow. Thank you, my beautiful friends. This has been wow. Thank you for being part of wow. And have fun, listen again. And if you're not in ESB online or in person, or SOP online or in person, or Maestro online or in person, or the 7-day online or in person, get ready for an interesting month. Remember, I warned you. And within this thing is a lot of spaces way beyond this space. Okay. I mean, if you get a sense of this space and you're like, whoa, this is just the opening. Each time it's like, there is so much more available. Like, just, I can't even begin to explain, but hopefully you get a bit of the sense of it. So, a new beginning occurs. Now is the space. The space is now. Fuck yeah, motherfucker. Thanks, guys. Mwah. See you soon. Bye-bye.